Well, hey there. Today we're going to be talking about the Triangle Inequality Theorem. Now, y'all may be familiar with one of the most important characteristics about triangles, which is to say that there are 180 degrees in every single triangle, but did you also know that there is a particular property that relates all the sides? And as you may have guessed, that particular property is called the Triangle Inequality Theorem. Now, what this theorem says is that any side in a triangle must be less than the sum of the remaining two sides. There are only really two types of questions that you get involved in the Triangle Inequality Theorem. One is to assess whether or not a triangle is possible, and you're going to do that by adding up your two smaller sides and seeing if you get something that's bigger than the longest side. If you don't, guess what? That ain't a possible triangle. Now, the other thing you might be asked to do is find a range of possible values for your third side of a triangle if you're given two side lengths already. And this is pretty easy as well. If you're trying to find the smallest possible value you can have, just minus the two numbers that you're given. And if you're trying to find the biggest possible value that you can have, then add the two numbers together. The only real hitch you might run into is in reporting your final answer. Now, in most cases, you're going to be asked to report this as a biconditional inequality. Now, if you're not sure what that is, take a look at what we have in the bottom line here. A biconditional inequality is basically something that has two inequality symbols. In this case, you're always going to have your lower boundary is less than x is less than your upper boundary. That's all we need to know in order to be able to answer any of these questions here, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at some examples. Now, in these first couple of examples here, we're going to take a look at two triangles, and we are asked to determine whether or not they are possible. Remember, to show if a triangle is possible, we have to prove that the sum of the two small sides is going to be bigger than the length of the longest side. Take a look at triangle ABC. To show this triangle is possible, we need to show that 12 and 25 together is more than 28. So, let's just add the two things together. 12 plus 25 is 37. Now, is 37 bigger than 28? Well, yeah, of course it is. You know what that means, don't you? This is indeed a possible triangle. Just to reiterate, this is because of the Triangle Inequality Theorem. Let's take a look at this example over here, triangle DEF, trying to show that 11 and our other 11 are together bigger than 24. So when we add these two things together, we're going to do 11 plus 11 gives us 22. And 22, that's less than 24. Less than. That's a problem for us. If that's the case, guess what? Your triangle is not possible. So we say no, DEF is not a possible triangle. See how easy that was? All you're doing is adding. Let's see if we can mix things up a little bit. In our next example here, we're given the lengths of two sides in a triangle, and we are asked to find the range of possible values of the third side. First, take a look at the lengths of the sides that are given. We have 7 and 10. To find the range of possible values of the third side, we need to both add these two numbers and subtract them. One is going to give us our lower boundary, the other our upper boundary. Let's go ahead and find these in the order that makes sense. We're going to start by trying to figure out what the lower boundary is. To do this, we're going to minus our two numbers. So 10 minus 7 gives us 3. That is the smallest possible length of the third side in our triangle. For our upper limit, we're going to go ahead and add the two numbers together to get 10 plus 7 is 17. This is the maximum length of the third side. Now, to report our answer, we need a biconditional inequality. This means we need 3 less than x and less than our upper boundary of 17. That's it. That's our answer. If you can minus and plus, then by golly, you can find the range of possible values of the third side in some hypothetical triangle, for whatever reason you have in your life to do that. Just remember that your answer should fit the form lower boundary less than x less than upper boundary. As for our first examples, don't forget that if you're trying to prove that a triangle is possible, then all you have to do is add the two small sides and see if you get something that's bigger than the third side. If it ain't a possible triangle. Now, don't get yourself mixed up. These are very easy questions, but they come from something that is very important and very, very special. Thanks for coming. See you next time.